I just want to do a quick video on the media. The media in this country, if there's no such thing as media in this country. Um, no such thing really. There's not much opposition as far as I'm aware. There's not very many people who will stand up from the crowd, if that makes any sense. Very little people stand up against the government. Very many media people, politicians, just wants him. Like you take for Simon Coveney for example. You think politicians would be absolutely mortified with the media to be criticised by the media, but in this country they seem to just waltz into OT studios. As we all know, OT wouldn't ask them a hard question if their life depended on it. But they just waltz into OT and nobody says anything to them. Nobody asks them any hard questions. So that's OT for you straight off the bat. So don't trust OT. That's really the thing. Some things they're right on. A lot of things they're wrong on. 99.9% of the things they're wrong on, and 1% maybe right. But OT, I don't even have to explain government funded. That's not the right way to have it. And then you have other media outlets. Some of them are better than others. At least they report on some things. But in this country, there's no such thing as really the media. It's not like, years ago there used to be Fáinne Geoghegan, take for example. Fáinne Geoghegan was a great journalist and a great crime correspondent, reporting on all the gangs in Dublin and everything like that. And that was weird journalism. You're whisking herself to expose the corruption and everything going on within the guards, with the gangs and everything like that, and with the organised gangs itself, and trying to bring them down. That's weird journalism. Nowadays you couldn't find a Fáinne Geoghegan in any part of Irish media society. Either be Radio Television, Forge Media, any of them, Sky, you wouldn't find anybody like Fáinne Geoghegan would go out of her way and put her own life at risk, to stop a criminal gang or anything like that. And as we all know, Fáinne Geoghegan paid with her life for journalism. And you have to have huge respect for her, because all the journalism she done, and she gave the ultimate sacrifice for her journalism. And if that was OT, they just wouldn't care. As simple as that, they wouldn't care. They're not really too worried about drug gangs in Dublin and things like that. They just look the other way. Like the thing that OT should be given out about 24/7 when I'm talking about drug gangs, and this is kind of the reference I'm making. If Fáinne Geoghegan was alive today, there's tons of drug boats bringing in drugs to Ireland, from the United Kingdom and from other parts of Europe too, and it's sailing into Irish waters. And there's no navy. There's no Irish navy. There's few ships of the Irish navy, whatever's left, because they haven't got the manpower to man them. So they can just waltz into Irish shores and just bring the drugs in, and nobody will be any wiser. Nobody stop them. Because there's no navy, there's very little navy ships now. As back years ago, at least they funded the army. We used to have a small bit of respect for the army, the government of Ireland, but apparently now they care more about pressing Europe and doing this, that, and we all know about the European army. That's what they're more or less trying to do in this country. So they're just saying, let's treat our army just terrible. It's just amazing. You never come across a government that treats an army. Because, as I always say, when your people turns against you, and when the people of your country turns against you and rebels against you, the people you have to rely on to uphold your nation and yourself, if you're president or dictator or whatever, you need the support of the army, you need the support of the navy, you need the support of the air corps. In this country they haven't got that support of the government, because they just keep pushing them down. And down, and just basically make them just not willing to fight anymore. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. But the media in this country, there's no such thing as a witty media. There's a few people I know of who's a great journalism, independent journalist, Gemma O'Doherty, for example. Some things, I have my disagreements with Gemma on a few things, as we all do. We all have disagreements. That's what makes us human, and because we don't all agree with everything. But we have to admit, with her and other cases that happened, crime cases back, like Mary Boylan up in Donegal, she's constantly investigating that, and you have to give her credit for that. And then there's other journalists. I can go on about so many other journalists that are real, journalists and do journalism, who just investigate things and couldn't care less about the money, couldn't care about spinning the narrative, as OT would try, because I was trying to spin a narrative some way. But yeah, thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and bye.